Okay, this is our shopper project. I already discussed in the previous classes in the two parts, part 1 and part 2. I will show you if you are anyone in the new members, I will show you some little bit overview about the project, what we are going to do. Okay, I will open the. Please unmute yourself. Okay, this is my YouTube channel. You can go through it. Already part 1 and part 2 are uploaded. Okay, we're going to upload some of the videos also. Upcoming, we are going to upload more videos. The website was. Meanwhile, we can close this. We can open it. Website is shopper. Okay, this is the website. In this website, after first, if you go into the logout, first we need to log in. After login, it will ask like this. We need to enter our user ID and password. Once after this, we need to click on add product. Okay, and here we need to give the product URL. Okay, this is the affiliate link generation. The product URL was the. Let's show you that also. Here we have the product URL. Okay, this is the shopper input. Okay, in the sheet, it will generate. We can copy this URL. And we can paste it here. Let's check it. Wait, sorry. We have to copy the URL. Okay, copied the description. This is the URL. Excel is not responding properly. I will close it and open it again. Either I will run the bot. You can see it. There is the main. Go to the page. This is the main page. Okay, I will run the bot. You can see. This is the login part and it is generating the links. Okay. One error is the top level. Error is coming. Use the scope such as open browser and application. Give the level of reusability in selector. Try to use the scopes instead of direct UI activities. Where we used it. This is all under the attached browser. It is okay. And this is all under your. Let's check with the login part. Okay, I will log in. First, you can see that. Right. Okay, we can think that we are already logged into the browser. Debug it. Getting the error, analyze the file. Any errors? This is not. Activities inside this. Okay. Okay, it is all under the this body now. That is why it is coming like this. We can come to this point in the last. Let's go for the exceptions. Then I will add you all these. We will fix the all the issues in the last. Okay, one by one we can fix it after completion of the class. Okay. Is my PPT is presenting? Hello. It is visible now. Type yes in the chat. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The part is exception handling. Okay. The most important part in any project. Okay. If you are a good developer, if you know about all the things, how to develop and all these things, you have in any project, you have to be handle proper exception handling. Okay. If you, after developing all your code, if you go into the production, if you are not handling the proper exceptions, it will create the so much headache in UAT or in the production. Okay, that is why before going to production or anything UAT, you have to be handle the all the exceptions properly. Okay, now we have the different things will be there here. What is the difference between the exception and handling? Exception and error. Okay, error and exception. Exception is that which we can handle, robot can handle it, but error, robot cannot handle it. Okay, error are events that are particular program can normally deal with. There is a different types of errors: syntax error, user errors, programming errors. Okay, so many errors will come. Those type of errors we cannot handle. Okay, only exceptions we can handle it. If you want to see it, I will open one new sequence here. Okay, I am taking the one assign activity. Here, I'm creating a one string value. Either I will create one integer 1. Okay. Now go to the variables, go to the strings. I'm changing it to the integer. Here I will give the 1. Now there is no error here. But if I will give the 4, if I will give the name in a string like RPA zone, okay, it will showing in one error. This is an error. Argument value option strict on deselect from implicit conversion from string to integer. If you see, I will run it. See this. This is an error. This implicit conversion from string to integer. The selected value is implicit. This is a one type of error that we cannot handle it. Okay, directly we need to change the string type here. This is the example for the one error. Okay, directly if I will give 1, it will be okay. Okay, that we need to, the error need to be handled only by manually. Robot cannot handle it. Okay, that we will call it as error. Okay, we got it now. Syntax errors, user errors, when software determines that user input not accessible from the for some reason. Some of the programming errors. Sometimes we are unable to run the Uipath also. In Uipath also we have some bugs. Okay, those are. Then those are the errors. What are the exceptions? Exceptions are the events that are recognized by the program, are categorized and handled. Okay, those we know about it. What type of this error it is, what this is, how we can handle it. Those all we can categorize. These exceptions we can categorize and we can handle it also. There is a routine configured by the developer that activates when an exception is caught. Sometimes handling mechanism is simply stopping the execution. Okay. Sometimes what will happen, whenever we got the exception, we need to stop it. If you see that whenever we don't have the input file, in this, I have the one input file, I want to read it. But whenever I don't have the input file, I need to stop the bot. I don't want to proceed further. It will need to be send the mail to the user. Either it need to be stopped. There is no input data. There is no input file. Okay. These are the exceptions. Some of the exceptions are linked to the systems used while other linked to the logic of the business process. Okay. Right, I told you now, input file is not there. That is related to the business. Sometimes application will not open. Either we will not get the selectors. Issue is not selector not found. These type of issues we will get regularly. These type of issues are related to the system. System issues. Those are system issues. We have the input data about 100. I want to proceed only 15, either 20. Remaining 90, I don't want to proceed. That is a business exception. That is related to the business. Okay. Two types of exceptions are there here. One is business rule exception. Another one is system exception. Okay. Let's go into the step by step. What are the system exceptions? What are the business rule exceptions? How we can go for it? Okay. First one is system exceptions. What are the system exceptions? It is most probably related to the system. Okay, all general notes, these are exception types mentioned as below. From the system.exception are using the generic type of exception. System.exception is a generic type of exception. Okay, null reference, selector not found, index out of range. Whenever you are developing a project, if you observe, sometimes we will get you some of the errors. If you observe, definitely you will get it easily. What I'm suggesting you that while developing any project, first read that error perfectly. What type of error it is showing. When the selector is not found, automatically it will show it selector not found issue. If you want to see that, you can, I will show you one of the thing. If I want to log in into this website. Okay. I'm copying this whole sequence, login part, and I'm pasting here. Okay, this is the login part. Okay, I am first logging out from here, closing it. Okay, what I need to do, if the selector here, I will going to edit the selector. I'm giving the manually, I'm removing it. Okay, one T I removed it. Click on OK. Save. Okay, I'm going to step into debug the file. You can see something is missing here. Okay, it is saying that all should be under the attached browser. Why this is coming? So many, one folder, 5 axis. So many issues are coming. Okay, rather than checking this, just go for bilious some new sequence here. We'll check it to proceed further. Okay, delete all this. Take and type into. Okay, indicate on browser. Okay, this is one. What I'm going to do, I'm indicating on this browser. Is type into. Okay, now I'm going to the properties, just emptying the field before typing. Like before type, empty the field before typing. I'm typing mail rpa shown dot in. Okay, just I'm typing this one. Just normally take this one. Okay. Now I'm just debugging it. All the issues are coming here. Why is the error? This is related to it. Let's see. We're unable to execute anything. Project workflow count. This counter list of number of workflows files by project folder. Check the project.json exists this. Either I don't know why it is coming. Let's check this some new process. Blank process we can take. Just wait. Okay. Now just we can go to the one type into. Let's wait, it is loading. An internal error occurred, it is recommended to restart the studio. Okay. We can close it and restart it. Open the blank process that we created. Okay. I'm going to use the one type into again. Typing same mail. Okay. And go to the properties. Empty the field like before typing. Okay, save it. If I will click on it, okay, it is typing. Now the selector is working perfectly. Now if I will change it to the edit selector, if I will change this T, okay, click on OK. Now again I'm debugging it. Actually what will happen, what is the default, it will wait for 30 seconds if the element is we are getting it or not. Okay, now we got it now. Could not find UI element corresponding to this selector. This why, what type of error, what type of exception it is? It is a system exception. Okay, what type of exception it is? System exception. This is how the why, because it is related to the UI element of it. UI element of the browser. If your browser is not opening, if you are not finding the selector in the browsers, all these come under the system exception. Okay, now these are the some of the system exception examples. Argument exception, selector not found, image operations expired, text not found exception, application exception. All these are the some of the exceptions. Okay, now going to the business exception. What are the business exceptions are there? A business exception mainly refer the information used in a automated process, either may be incomplete or incorrect from the business perspective. Okay, if any information we got the wrong or something, that is from the business perspective. Okay, if you think about that, what is the some of examples for the business exception? I already told you. If you have the input files, if you don't have the input file, that will become the business rule exception. And in a browser, I will open that my input file previously, whatever I have. Okay, this is the input file. The bot need to be taken only wherever I have, I will mention, don't take it. Not listed. Okay, wherever in the status column it is showing not listed, then what don't need to be taken, this one, this row. Okay, it need to be throw an exception, business rule. It is type of an business rule exception only. Okay, if I will give all these things like this. Okay, if you are comparing in the status column, I have given 50. Okay, in the they are telling that whatever the status column we have the 50, that is equal to 100 or 150, then only you can proceed for other. Then otherwise you can throw in an exception. They will, business people will tell like that. If a status column I will give the 150 only, then only it is proceed for the execution. If I will give the 200, then it will become the exception for this. Okay, these are the some of the it will come under the business exception. Okay. Okay. Certain pieces of data automation project depends on the incomplete, missing the data, outside set of boundaries, like extracting the ATM. If you see that one of the example here, ATM daily withdrawal limit. Okay. Sometimes we want to withdraw only 5,000 in a day at a time. Once after reaching the certain limit of your 5,000, it will say that you don't have access to go for that. You cannot withdraw in a day more than 5,000. It will be a type of a business exception. Okay, got it now? Examples of the business exception. Input data not available, credentials are wrong. This is also business exception. Okay, once limit is reached, emails not received. Sometimes we have to proceed with the get Outlook whenever we are doing the email automation, Outlook automation, that at that time we don't have the emails to proceed further in that. That will also come under the business exception. Have you got it now? My screen is visible for all of you.
Yeah, visible.
Yeah, okay. I've got it now. What is the difference between system exception, business exception, error? Do you have?
Yes, got it.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay. Now the next thing is that how we can handle this. how we are going to handle these exceptions. Whenever previously seen that we got the selector issue, how we are going to handle the selector? It don't be shown in that red color. I want to handle it. How we can handle it? Okay. Here we have the 3 blocks for that try catch by using the try catch, throw and rethrow. These 3 main for using the exception handling. Okay. Now we can go for it. What is the try catch? What is the try catch activity and how we can proceed with? Let's see. Okay. I'm going to the activities. I will give the type try catch. Okay, this is the try catch workflow error handling. Like this, you can drag it, or you can click on the activity, go to the right click and surrounded with the try catch. Click on surrounded with the try catch. Either another option, just removing it. Delete this. Click on this activity. Use the Control T. It will come under the try catch. Okay. This is the try catch block. What parts are there in the try catch? In the try catch, we have 3 parts. Try, catches, finally. What we will do in the try? Okay, whatever activity. See, if I'm getting the issue in the typing this input, I will move this activity into the try. Directly, whatever activities are there, we are performing, wherever we are thinking that, okay, here I will get the exception, here I will get the issue, that all the things we need to move into the try. Okay, we moved it to the try. Then what next? Once you moved it to the try, in the catch block, okay, this is the catch block. In the catch block, we need to define the exception. What type of exception it is? Already I have the exception. I know about that exception, which type of exception it is. Okay, what type of exception I got it? Could not find UI element corresponding to this selector. This is the exception I got. I already know about the exception. Okay. Now, in the catch block, I'm going to give that exception. These are the by default exceptions. Go to the browse for type of exceptions. Okay. Now here what I'm giving, UI element not found. Selector not found. Sorry, selector not found. Okay, we got it now. Selector not found exception. This is. Click on OK. Okay. Now we got the exception. What I need to give here, I'm giving the log message to see it. Okay. Now I'm mentioning that one message. Either we can see it. If you want to view the full exception, what type of exception it is, you can just go into the message, exception dot message. Okay, this is the exception dot message. And log level, I'm just giving info for right now. Okay, I'm not giving error also, just I'm giving the info. Go it. Now we can see. Delete this. Okay. Now we handle the exception perfectly. Okay. Just check it. In the output panel, we need to get that exception. What type of exception it is? Go it. Sorry, rather than going for debug, I will run the file. We'll get it. One file. Okay, it's loading. Let's wait for 30 seconds. Okay. Now we got it. Now we didn't got the error. We just got the info message. Could not find UI element corresponding to the selector. Okay. If you want to give the error type here, nothing will happen. Just give the error. Save. Just wait for it. Okay. Now see the output. You got it now. This is the error type. Could not find UI element corresponding to the selector. Okay. Now this error is handled. Now you have one doubt. You added only one exception. What if I will get some more exceptions? 3 more, 5 more. You can add as many you want. Okay, log message system.io.exception. But here, this will come under, if you, we already know about that selector not found exception, but we don't know some of the unknown exceptions will come. What I can do at that time? How I can handle those? If which exceptions I don't know about it. Okay, those exceptions you can use it by using, let's delete it. Okay, okay, in the catch block, I am giving the global exception. What is global exception? System.exceptions. This is the global exception. Whatever it is related to the system, either URL is not open, website is not loaded properly, and the element is not found, all that will come under the system exception. All those. Okay. I will just go into the log message here and putting the again exception dot message. Okay. Log message error. Let's save it. And again debug it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm closing the browser. Let's see what type of error it will show, right? Let's see. Okay. Now you can see it. The output, what exception it caused? No open window found for the message.exe. Please check if application is running. We did not define this exception here, but automatically it is founded. Browser is not opened. But previously browser is open, but selector is not there. Selector, we have given the wrong selector. That we got it. UI element, selector not found exception. Okay. These are all we can handle with the system exception. How we can handle with the business rule exception? These are the business rule exception. Got it now about the system exception. Okay, I will tell you the business rule exception also. Right now we can just keep it like this. exception dot message. Okay, save it. Okay, I will tell you now how the try catch block will work. If you want to know about it, the try catch block will work. First, it will enter into the try. Okay, this one. Once after entering into this, if any exception is there, if any UI element or something, any exception will be there. It will caught into this catch block. Okay, if any exception will be there, it will come into this catch block. This here it will be handled. Okay, in catch block. Once after handling the catch, here directly it will enter into the finally. Okay, it will enter into the finally. Now how the try catch block will work if I don't have any exception? How it will work? Directly it will go into the try and come into the finally. Okay, directly try and it will went into the finally. Anyway, it will finally it will go to into the finally block only. If it is exception is there or not, it will come into the finally block only. Okay, this is about the try catch block. Okay, if I want to throw a business rule exception, how I can throw the business rule exception? Let's see. Read range. We can just check it. If input file is not available, how it will handle it? Okay, it will go into the system exception either. How default by default what it will take? Let's see. I will give this path file, copy local path. Will give this path. Okay, just I remove the T here again. The sheet name is sheet 1. Range is full range we are reading. Okay, let's see how it will handle this exception. Okay, we have given the debug mode. We can do it in the run mode. Run file. The workbook does not exist. Okay, just which catch block it went to. Okay, let's run it in the debug mode again. Step into. It is went to the system exception by default. Okay, exception type is system exception. You are saying that if input file is not available, business rule exception, but now it is going to the system exception. What happening? For business rule exception, we need to give it manually. That what we are going to do it right now. Okay. Element. File exist. Before reading the input file, I am checking that file is exist or not. Okay. File exist. What is the location of the file? This one. Control S, see, this is the location of the file. Sorry. Okay, and saving it to the result, Control K, file. I'm giving str boolean, this one, it will come under the true or false boolean file. Okay, what I am doing here, I am giving one if condition. Okay, now in if condition, I am doing this BL file. Okay, if file is there, if it is true, file is there, it will went into the then block. I'm giving it to the read range. Okay, then block. Else it is not there, then we need to throw an exception. Go to the throw. Okay, and exception is type new business rule exception. New new business rule exception. In this, I'm giving the one message that is input file is not available. Please, okay, just I'm giving the input file is not available. Save. Okay, this is what I have given. This is the business rule exception, exception.message. Okay, now go and save it. And first you can run the file. Okay, let's see what exception it will throw right now. Okay, it is throwing input file is not available. But if you are not unable to get it, it is went into the system exception or business exception. Can anyone get it? Can anyone tell in the chat which exception it is went into? It is went into the system exception or business exception. Anyone can type in the chat? Either unmute and tell it. Yeah, correct. It went to the business exception. If you want to see it, I will run in the debug mode. Okay. Directly it will went to the throw. Okay. Now I'm going to step into. You can see now it will call to the business rule exception. Previously we didn't define which exception type is it. Directly it is went to the system exception. But now we defined it. Whenever we don't have the input file throw and business rule exception, we have already defined using the throw activity. Now you got it also. What is the use of throw activity? And rethrow also I will tell you in the upcoming classes. Okay, how we can use the rethrow also. Okay, for right now you can see. Now you got it. Now how you can go for how you can handle the business rule exception. Okay, it is went to the throw, step into. Okay, now we got that input file is not available exception. Okay, these are all okay. What about finally block? What is the purpose of it? And we got the one question also in the chat. Why we are using the finally block? What is the purpose of it? What I will do here, whenever we can, it is depends on the different use case. Okay, it is not like that it will be finally block only useful for this. But one example I am telling you that wherever we are getting the exception here, either something you want to send them the mail, finally it is related to the exception or something, whatever it may be. Finally, it is you need to send the mail. Okay, at that time what I am doing, I'm just going through the one send Outlook mail message. in finally block. To user rpazone.in@gmail.com. Okay. If any exception will get, I want to tell about that exception, but it will not come like this. For this, what I am doing, we send file successfully. We read the file successfully. Like file information, you can mention it. Subject line. And body, we read the file successfully. Okay. Save it. Now, if you observe, automatically it will send the file. I will run it again. Maybe Outlook need to be opened. Let's run it first. Okay, let's check it. We got the mail or not. Let's check with the mail. Got it or not. Okay, got it now. You can see file information. We read the file successfully, but we have the exception in the file. How we can send that we read the file successfully? We got an exception now. Almost it is sending the mail. But here one logic is there that we will use the one if condition directly here in this finally block. My screen is visible now. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, okay, good. My voice is also clear?
Yeah, yes, clear.
Okay, okay, good, good. Okay, now here we have used the one BL file. One variable we already created here. Okay, directly we can use it in finally block. It is the out of the scope. It is no longer try. We can go to the variables. We can check it in the sequence scope. We can give under the try catch, either main sequence. Okay, BL file. Now we can check it. It will showing the BL file or not. Okay, BL. Okay, now this is the variable. If it is true, then the input file is there. If it is not true, input file is not there. Then in finally what I am doing, I am giving the one if condition, directly I am sending the message. Now in else condition, I am changing the subject line here. subject line is unable to read the input file. Okay. Now in the description, in the body, we are unable to read the input file. Please check your file. Okay. Now I'm saving it. Right now what I'm doing, I am giving the correct file. Okay, I'm giving the correct file. Okay, this is the input. I'm giving the correct file and run the file. Let's see. Okay, it's completed. Check it. We got the which mail we got it. Let's refresh it. Maybe not received the mail. Let's check it. Let's wait for a few minutes. Maybe it is in the Outlook only. Okay, got it now. Right. What is the subject? We are unable to read the input file. Please check your file. What we got it? Why we got this? Okay, sorry. In the file exit, we have to change it now. In the file exit, here we need to give the T. Okay. Now we got it. Again, I can run the file. Now we need to receive the mail is that successfully we read your file. Successful mail we need to get. Okay, it's completed. Just wait for 1 minute. Okay, process cannot be used. It is being used by the another process. Okay, we can close the process. Okay, input is closed. Again, we are running the file. Okay, now it is completed. Okay, we got it now. We read the file successfully. Got it? Here you have any doubts? Now on the overview of it, we got it all the things. What is the types of exception, system exception and business rule exception? How we can handle the system exception? How we can handle the business rule exception? Okay. In tomorrow's class, we can see that how we can handle all these exceptions with the live project. Already we have the shopper project is there. With that project, how we can handle all these type of exceptions. We can see it tomorrow. Okay. Have we got it now until here? Do you have any doubts?